Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Troofalay. Today, as always, I have my guy Marcus, and we're here. We're home. Little change of scenery, but I like it.
We made it to the dungeon, guys.
We made it to the dungeon. We made it to the dungeon. Basically, some background information. What we're gonna do today. This episode is really just airing out the whole purpose background of everything from, how me, Marcus, Swan got it all started, and the reasons underneath that, the reasons why we kept pushing even when, we were down, and why we kept going forward and all that. So we're going to get into it, man. And yeah, thank y'all for watching. Hope y'all stay the whole time, and let's get to it.
Yeah, man. So where do we start? I mean,
we got start, man.
August 2024. You hit me with this idea, right? Take me back there.
August 2024. I remember we're literally in the room next door.
Yep.
Right, which was your room, and I remember sitting there. It was at the desk, literally like this.
Yep.
I was on the chair. You guys were over in the corner. And then this was something, by the way, that was premeditated.
Yeah.
I was gonna bring it up anyway, but I was just waiting for the right time. But basically it was, I was just like, we're a good trio. Our personalities are up there. I had a strong belief in us and what we're capable of. And I was like, let's just do something.
Right.
And I just thought a podcast would just be the best route segue into content creation.
Yes.
Which, by the way, if you are somebody watching this and you're thinking about it, you're like, I don't know, it's 2026, it's all played out, please do it.
Yeah.
Post what you gotta post, do what you gotta do, because you genuinely do not know where you will be in 4 years.
Yep. Bro, we started with an iPhone.
We started with an iPhone.
An iPhone.
I literally have the most nostalgic video of us in my apartment choosing one of the rooms to okay, this is going to be the room.
Yes.
And that was September 1st of 2024.
Dude, yeah, it was a hot day.
Yeah.
I had come up and you were like, yo, help me with the decorations.
Yeah.
And we were looking at the room. That was a good day, man.
It was a good day.
We didn't know what would become of this shit.
We had no idea what run we would have after that.
Right.
And okay, I presented the idea and I was like, I don't know. In my head, I was like, I don't know how y'all are going to take it. If I'm going to get roasted, I'm going to be like, Nick, get out of here. No, but yeah, I presented it and then you guys were like, okay, yeah, let's just take it little by little, baby steps. So we were like, okay, bet. Now we got to nail it down. Now we need this, that, this, and this, that. So once you get into it, you'll realize how much actually you kind of need to have. And some of it is you don't really need much, right? But the deeper into the thick of it you go, you got to develop a little more.
Oh, yeah.
And that just goes with your production. It just goes with your work ethic and everything like that. And listen, but when we're saying this, in no way are we boss level content creators. We're really just guys that just tried all the way.
Nah, screw that. We are boss level content creators,
okay,
bro.
You heard him. I was gonna be humble, play the humble card, but
nah, you're right. Though.
We here.
We don't got all the answers.
It's Troofalay. But yeah, and so going off that point, then we did a whole series of I think it was from that September all the way till January when we uploaded our first episode.
Yep.
We just did demo episodes.
Yes.
We were we ain't as it's funny because as a friend group, when you try to do something somewhat sort of professional, it'll always feel so awkward.
Yeah.
But that's okay because it's just a feeling you guys haven't felt together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because we're so used to being goofy with each other.
Right. And then there's the the little level of embarrassment, what are people gonna think?
Right.
We still are where we are, and for a while, that was getting into my head. But I the way I am, if I believe in something hard enough and I have a strong belief and I have a strong outcome of what that future will look like, I'm gonna go all the way.
Yep.
It doesn't matter whether someone comes in and says this and that. Like, I realized in life also growing up that people will always say what they want to say.
Yep.
It does not, because opinions have no physical implication on somebody's life. They are just words floating in the air. Because it's like I said in another episode, you could do what you want. People can have their opinion. Ain't nobody gonna come knocking on my door.
Yep. You did say that.
Who's gonna come knocking on my door?
Nah, man.
No one has yet. It's not an open invitation, by the way. But I'm just saying, you get the point. But yeah, and then so we put the time in. Literally, it was like on a weekly basis or whenever we could. Our schedules, didn't mix too much. And we were like, okay, we have to bang this out. Yeah. Because we have to start creating a pattern where we are comfortable with each other in a way where we can do this in this setting.
Yeah. And
you know what I'm saying?
A while, bro. Like, we have,
yeah,
I think on my YouTube, my private like YouTube that no one can see,
yeah,
I have at least like 5 episodes of Troofalay that are
just
in the
5,
vault,
yeah,
locked up.
And that's like, all those are weeks of just footage,
yeah,
that we just did, whether it was embarrassing, cringy, TikTok worthy or not. Like, we had to do it,
yeah,
right? Because it was all leading up to the very first episode, the very first upload on YouTube, and that really kind of set us off.
Yeah. Because
after that, like, you can tell we were integrated into what we were doing.
Yes.
Like, obviously, we weren't the most professional, like Joe Rogan, big podcasters like that, but like, it's still us.
Like you remember though, like,
yeah,
like we were dropping reels before we were dropping long form content.
Yeah,
because I was like, guys, we have to get this kind of thing under our belt before we can drop a long form version of it.
Yeah,
and we did. We like week after week.
Yeah.
We met up and recorded these podcasts that would never see the light of day. Maybe someday.
Yeah, maybe someday when we get big and all that, maybe you'll get a little glimpse. But yeah, from then, that very first upload in January, then it was just, we just had to keep going. We did it every week. Every week was the upload. And then all the way until like Mike. Like, Mike was...
That was the milestone.
The reason why Mike was the milestone is because we're like, even if it is just the 12 people paying attention, someone is paying attention.
Oh, yeah.
And that's when it clicked for us that, like, okay, now they know us. Now let's start bringing community in.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And, like, first person off the bat, I was like, oh, well, we knew Mike. We went to high school with Mike.
Right.
Shout out Mike, by the way.
Yes, absolutely.
And, he's doing his thing, went into the military, served our country. He's fighting now, and I couldn't be more proud of the guy, really. So I couldn't think of a better candidate to have on as a guest.
We got to have him back sometime.
We do have to have you back on.
Got to run it back.
But yeah, Mike was a big one because it was like, okay, now we're stamping our shit here.
Yeah.
Like, I think we left a stamp. And then after Mike, I'll be honest, because with anything you're going to pursue, there are going to be the highs and lows. Mm-hmm. Especially if there's other people involved and it's not just you. You also have to take into consideration everybody else's environment and what they have going on too. Yep. So after the Mike one, honestly, there was a bit of a dip. In getting a weekly basis was harder. Spring was starting to open up a bit more, so things were starting to get busy. Marcus was getting more busy with Hilltop. Yep. Juan was working more. I was everywhere in between. Oh yeah. So it got a little tougher. It definitely did. Yeah. And it probably lasted all the way up. I don't like to say it, but it went all the way to like the fall. Yeah. Really? It is what it is. It went all the way to the fall, and it was just because life was also hitting hard. Like, we were also, we're also at an age where we're still figuring shit out. Yeah. I am in no way am I a guru of any, like, obviously I have my apartment, car, this and that. Like, I got the basics, you know what I'm saying? But, like, we're still growing, we're still developing, and that's just being honest. And I think that'll connect and relate with anybody, really. Yeah. And yeah, so fall comes, and now we're getting back into the thick of it.
Yep.
You know, I think once, and we also as a group had to come to some revelations and discuss some deeper things.
Yep.
You know, like, honestly, in the beginning, you know, Marcus was our guy in terms of editing. And I was more of like the businessman and trying to get us here. Okay, we need to plan our next. Okay, our video will be this topic and this scene. So that was me, right? Yep. But Marcus did the heavy lifting in terms of editing, and the reels, this and that. And if you go back to our page, if you go back to the reels in the very beginning, like that was all Marcus, right? Yeah. So as like I'd say the head runner, it was my responsibility, and I should have put it on myself to engage in the skill set that was needed to pursue this. That was a realization that didn't come, like we said, until the fall. Until the summer. Because before that, life is just lifing. Bro. Lifes.
Like you said, I don't, like you said, I was doing the editing, and life happened to where I joined Hilltop in 2025.
Yeah.
So that was the whole thing.
Yeah.
I was doing stuff with Hallelujah Hat Trick.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen a show with them yet, but I was doing stuff with them, and I was doing editing for that page too, albeit not as much as Troofalay.
Yeah, yeah.
But it was a crazy year, I think, for all of us. You know what I mean?
It was very much... I say 2025 was very much a developing year.
Yeah.
Like, in terms of, like, knowledge of what it really does genuinely require, it was a lot to have in the mental sometimes.
Yeah.
Because, like, the whole thing with social media, I mean, at least for me, is, like, it's very hard for me to say what I'll say because it affects everybody's emotions differently.
Yeah.
It's very different because, like, with me, I'm very strong-headed. Like, I'm stubborn and, like, no, I want to go all the way with this. Like, don't stop me. I want that. We're going to make this here. And I will drag you by your teeth to get you there because I care. I want this to be a positive impact. You know what I mean? But with social media, not everybody has that. Like, people translate emotions and tones very differently from one another, you know, and so and we were talking about on the last episode we had, where it genuinely fascinates me how a comment opinion, and remember what I said about opinions in the very beginning, can derail a person's entire plan of action.
Yeah.
It is fascinating to me. I do not know you. I don't know your mama. I don't know your sister. I don't know your dad. I don't know your social security number. I don't know where you live. Blah, blah, blah. I could keep going. You get it.
Right.
But it's like, it just baffles me that it is, for certain people, it will just stop them.
Yeah.
It will neutralize you.
Yeah. I mean,
because
you can't let that stuff get to you. You know what I mean?
Like, that's what I'm saying. Like,
if you worried all day about someone else's opinion, you're just you're not gonna do anything, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
like, imagine
you'll be stuck.
Imagine we did all this, right? And then we're about to record, but then we're like, oh my God, Thomas just made a comment about us.
Not Thomas.
What are we gonna do? Oh no.
Fuck.
Like, you know what I mean? So it's like, but I also understand it in a deeper, more serious setting.
Yeah.
It does have an effect. And I think social media in the future will be a game where not everyone can play it to the extent of, like, if you want to talk professionalism, to that extent. Because it's going to take a lot more factors that if you don't have these factors instilled in you already, the game is going to be really hard.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm talking about consistency. Yep. I'm talking about patience. I'm talking about just life in general. All the other distractions that'll come with it. Another really big thing is connections. The deeper you get into this game, and I call it a game because it really is. Like, you with certain things, I'll be honest, especially in the connections part, like you have to play your cards right.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it will get to the point where if your success keeps going, yeah, you're gonna need to make some certain compromises.
Yeah.
With certain people, you're gonna need to make some certain deals here and there. Not that sounds like negative or anything, but it's just like you've got to know how to. It helps if you are someone who is either well read or genuinely knows how to talk to people.
Let me ask you this: what's, being that you're the type of person, that is kind of like a person who connects with other people, right? You do a lot of networking, and you've done a lot of that in the past few months. A lot. What is one thing that you've learned that just kind of like kept your head like head on straight while dealing with a bunch of like different people? Because I notice I'm not so good at that, like the people side of things. Yeah. Like you seem to be a little bit better in that regard, like reaching out. So like, what's one thing that you've learned that has kept your head on straight throughout all that?
That's a good question. I say, and I don't want to say this to sound cocky, and I don't want people to interpret this as a flex.
Hey man, opinions.
But
remember what we
said?
It's like
opinions, you know what I'm saying? But
don't worry about them.
I have a very strong belief in myself, what I'm capable of doing, because like growing up, I was like, I was like not slow, but like you needed to like a couple times. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So like my
all too well, man.
My entire life growing up, I had people around me that made me feel dumb. Or like, that made me feel just like, I'm not as intellectually adequate as Richard, who's in AP honors in the class next door. Yep. And I'm here asking for a couple more minutes on the test. And it got to the point where it was in high school where I realized it's not even that. It's just brains are for everybody learn different ways in different capacities.
Yes.
Some people have higher intelligence emotionally. Some people have higher intelligence on paper.
Yep.
I've known people that can score 110 out of 110 on an SAT, ACT, this and that, but they cannot keep a conversation for 2 fucking minutes.
Yeah, bro.
So when you see the disparities there, you understand. In my head, I had to have this revelation and real deep conversations with myself. And it takes you. It takes nobody else, but you have to dig deep and be like, what the fuck do I want? Even if this shit is just a passion, right? Or if you're in it, well, let me not get into that yet. But passion is really important. Because I'm somebody, I cannot shut the fuck up. If it this. If I go and it's something I'm passionate about and I love, I want to go and talk all the time.
Yeah.
Like I'm a free spirit in that department. You know what I'm saying? So that's where and even before I presented the idea of podcast to you guys, I've been wanting to do this shit years prior.
I feel like, I feel like
you know what
brought
I'm
it
saying?
up
Like I
so
brought
many
it up
times.
almost as like, niggas, if y'all don't hop on my like the mind thought right now, like I'm about to go berserk. But yeah, like it's just growing up. That's how I was always kind of made out to feel, and what it did with my confidence is kind of shut it down in terms of like when I was a kid, I never thought I was gonna be on the camera like this. I thought it was just you had to be Brad Pitt, you had to be Angelina Jolie, you had to be, Will Smith, this and that. And, it was just something where I was like, no, I'm gonna break out of that. I'm gonna break out of that mold that people just kind of define me as. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like I'm so much more than what you think I am.
I mean,
it
clearly
takes you to open the door to come in and find out.
Clearly, you have you want to be in the podcast setting. You're getting comfortable living there.
Yeah,
you're getting more used to it, and no, man, I can relate to that feeling of being made to feel dumb as a kid.
Yeah,
I was that type of guy to be like, I could do math questions and get good grades, but like talking to people, establishing relationships with people, has always been a foreign concept to me, and I guess it did have a large effect on my self-esteem growing up, to the point where me doing something like this with you has been a major boost of like confidence in a way. And not only that, but just like I said before, doing this stuff with Hilltop. Yeah. When you're on stage with these guys that you're playing your original tunes with,
crazy
songs that you wrote and put emotion into, and there's 200 people in the crowd.
Yeah.
It's like you cannot run away, you know, in that moment.
It's ridiculous.
You kind of have to like pick yourself up and just like, okay, I'm on this damn stage. I got to do it now.
Yeah.
I've gotten to the point where I feel like I'm at home in the setting like this or on a stage.
No, like
it's amazing.
It gets to the point where now, as I'm looking into the camera, I feel no more shame, embarrassment, giggle in my head, anything like that, because I'm confident in what I do. I feel a strong belief and have a passion for what I do.
That's great.
And
man.
every single day when we attack this, I keep thinking about a future where it benefits us all.
Yes.
And that's what I'll strive towards. The thing is, it does not, and this is what I was going to say earlier. If you are in this for the money, go back home. And the reason why I say this, right? I don't mean to sound cocky, like I know I'm not a scientist. I need help every day,
right,
with certain things. But what the reason why I say if you're in it for the money is because if this is not a passion first, you will not make it past the third week.
Absolutely.
Because
bro, fuck that. Third year.
Yeah.
You're going to be spending money.
Bro, you're going
to be spending money.
If you think it's crazy to pay the price to succeed, it's even more expensive to stay where you are.
Yeah. Yo.
So when you think about it like that, I'll pay the fucking price now.
Yeah.
I'll embarrass myself because another huge critical thing that I don't think people understand is that we are genuinely allowed in the time that we live in to be able to even do this. Mm-hmm. So why not go full fucking throttle?
Go to the wall with
Do you hear me? Like, why not just do it?
Right.
Grab 2 of your friends, literally like how I did. Grab 2 of them, say, let's just do something. Let's just experiment.
Yeah.
Let's just see what happens.
Yep.
And then it grows. And you have no idea how a patch of kids community elsewhere in Baghdad or whatever is watching your shit right now. Mm-hmm. Like, honestly, fuck your hometown. Like, if your hometown wants to come in and be gracious, I love that. I'll accept anybody.
Oh, yeah.
But especially, and I talk about hometown because pretty obvious where we're from. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
People that know us, they know us, okay? So, when it comes to hometown opinion, your neighbor is never gonna like it. Yeah. Because you know why? It's because they want their level of success to match you. Mm-hmm. So if they're on bum policies, bum tendencies, look, they want you right here. No, I'm dead. They want you right there because no one that you have known forever, if they're a hating ass nigga, I'll say it, want to see you fly above.
Bro, that shit took me out. I'm sorry. But you make a good point.
But like, there's a quote that says, "It's funny as fuck, but like this shit is real life. It's real life."
He said, "If they're on bum policy,
yeah, like." You'd be surprised, bro. You'd be surprised. And like, listen, I don't say it to say I'm rich. I have it all. I have a mansion, a Bugatti. No, I don't. You know what I mean? But it's like, yo, listen.
Bro, that might
be crazy. It's actually crazy. It's actually crazy.
That might be the most genuine, like, 2 words you ever put together, bro.
Yeah, because
you said if you're on bum
I'm tired
policy.
of it, bro. Like my entire life coming up is like And I don't say it like, yeah.
I'm sorry.
I don't mean to say it in a way that like sounds rude, right? Like,
nah.
there's guys my age way richer than me, right? If you're talking about the money, this or that.
Bro, we're on a podcast. The nature of what we do is probably offensive to most people.
Yeah.
It's like, who the fuck do these two dudes think they are setting up
like,
cameras?
What are you doing?
And talking like we give a shit.
But yeah, back to bum policy. The thing is, like, they want your shit to match them all the time.
Yeah.
So you can tell you can just tell, like, people have an aura about themselves. Mm-hmm. Like, I feel like with me being a people person, I feel like I can decipher that immediately.
Yeah.
Like, it is very rare for people to have true, genuine intention behind certain things. Mm-hmm. And, like, that's why I say this has to be a passion first. This was premeditated in my head years before I even brought it up to you guys.
Yeah.
And that's the God's honest truth. Listen, there's no cap in my podcast. Like, we keep it pure, we keep it genuine, because that's what value I want to put out into the world.
We keep it genuine, and while we might put some hyperbole on it, from time to time, we might exaggerate things. Yeah, that's just the nature of a podcast. You know what you're getting, but it's real.
It's real.
We have real combos.
You know what I mean? And I also was just somebody who, like, ever since I was young, I was like, okay, my parents did a lot for me. There's a big story there. The struggle was big. It's my turn.
And what am I gonna do? Like, I know I've said this before, but I'm proud of you, bro. It feels like you really stepped up, and just especially in these past few months with all the connections you've been making. Yeah. And you really pulled yourself up and said, nah, this shit's gonna keep going. Despite the challenges that we had. Yeah. Because you know how I was feeling a couple months ago. I was burnt out, and I'm like, I don't know. Yeah. But recently I've hit a wave of inspiration across the board. You know what I mean? Yeah. I've been going hard, making music.
Hell yeah.
I've been playing shows with Hilltop.
Yep.
By the way, what'd you think of that Hilltop show?
Bruh. Shout out Hilltop, man.
That was a long time coming, huh?
This collab has been a long time coming. The fact that it hasn't happened already is actually kind of shocking to my brain.
Yeah.
But man, like, genuinely, dude, all my friends are rock stars. Like, I don't mean to sound like, you know what I mean? All my friends are rock stars. They're all musically talented, and I'm jealous as fuck because, like, I can be in front of the mic, I can spit, I can do this, I can make a song, I can make a track, but I just hate never truly picking up an instrument, man. It gets so much. I feel like your brain operates on a different chemistry when you truly know how to go in depth with an instrument.
Yeah.
It
really does.
I think it genuinely changes even how you think sometimes. How you approach shit. Like,
it definitely helps with your like, what is it? Eye-hand coordination?
Eye-hand coordination.
Bro.
Yes.
Cuz I feel like I be playing drum kit sometimes. Yeah. I play keys, right? Especially with the drum kit. Yeah. When you get the zen on that thing, it's like when you're driving a car, it's very similar because you're using your feet and your hands in tandem with each other.
It's crazy, bro.
Yeah, instruments can definitely strengthen your.
Oh my god, bro.
I remember you always said you wanted to play guitar.
Bro, I was doing percussion, bro. I was doing percussion.
You were there.
I lost my drumsticks. This woman, Miss Jordan, said, "You're out of the band." And I was like, nah, you're actually bugging. By the way, I'm like in 4th or 5th grade.
Bro, I was right there next to you with Ryan.
Yes, with Ryan. He probably does not know about that. Remember that? Any recollection of that?
I guarantee you he does.
Maybe he does. It
was me, you, and Ryan, and we were the only 3 dudes that were playing drums in Murray Curie.
Holy shit. And if I didn't lose my drumsticks, you know what's some bogus ass shit? I find them the next day.
Nah.
Yo, I find it the next day under my bed.
Oh my
Simple,
God.
Easy. And then, like, Miss Jordan didn't want to even look at me after that.
Oh my God.
And I was just like, all right, fine, whatever.
I was
whatever.
low key intimidated by Miss Jordan, and remember the drum pads we used to practice on?
Yeah.
The thing was with me, my story with Miss Jordan was in between 5th and 6th grade.
Yeah.
I had kept that thing at my house over the summer. And so I tried to bring it back in 6th grade. I tried walking right into the band room like, yeah, Miss Jordan, we getting started on this band shit.
Yeah.
She's like, nah, you're not in band anymore.
Bro. First off, okay, I don't know how band works. But was Miss Jordan like the Genghis Khan of band at the time? Like she seemed like the all supreme leader of like, this kid stays, that kid goes, this kid stays.
Well, I mean she made the decisions. You know what I mean?
She made decisions.
It was tough, and that moment discouraged me from wanting to play any instruments for a long time, and it did.
Sucks.
It really did.
Like,
but I'll tell you this. Look how that turned out.
Look how it turned out.
Come on now.
This is and going back to the segue of the whole purpose of all this.
Yeah.
You have to believe in yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you genuinely will never know how far you can go by believing in yourself.
Mm-hmm.
It shocks me every single, and this is why I don't really have, like, I was always a kid that never really suffered with like I had my sad moments, but I never got really deep into depression, anxiety, all those things that people do genuinely suffer from.
Yes.
And, I thank God for that. And I thank my parents for that, for raising me well in the way my brain is wired and how I can talk to people.
Yeah.
But I also needed, you can have all that. But if you don't have a strong confidence or belief in yourself, you will always be scared of every little thing that comes your way.
Yes.
Any little challenge that comes your way, you will revert back to where you're comfortable.
Yeah.
And a big part of that is a really big word, especially I think in our generation, is avoidance. We love to avoid shit. Mm-hmm. I remember being a kid, my dad, he damn well told me to do those fucking dishes. He told me to do those dishes. Mind you, my room is right by the kitchen, so I know the sink is right there.
Yep.
I'm just hiding in my room, avoiding it.
Oh, man.
So, and that trickles into adulthood.
Yeah.
You will avoid certain situations.
Just like procrastinating.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
it goes as far as being afraid to call your doctor's office.
That's real.
That's real.
That's real.
And that's a real life thing. But you're growing. You're learning.
Yeah.
You're on top of life and everything else. If you have the grit and consistency to be able to do something you love with a passion, it doesn't even have to be social media. You don't have to be on a camera. Mm-hmm. If you genuinely fuck with what you're doing and it's a passion, go all the way with it.
Yeah.
A camera just helps. It does.
Yeah.
So like my biggest fear is regret.
Yeah.
I regret. I'd hate to be 72, wake up in my home, wherever I'm at, have a bowl of cereal, and then just have a random Vietnam flashback thinking, damn, when I was 25, I should have kept going.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want that.
Nah.
I don't want that. If I fail in everything else in life, have this at least be the one train I get on and I don't get off. I don't get off.
Well, you're doing good, bro. I'm not.
You know what I mean? And like, that's just something that's in my head all the time. And maybe it might sound crazy to certain people, but if you ask me, I don't think people are crazy enough in terms of, yeah, let's go out there and fucking get it. Mm-hmm. Let's just see what the fuck happens.
Yeah.
Like, with anything in life, the biggest advice I could give to you is have it be born today and then just give it a little bit of life every single day.
Yeah.
Plant the seed. Only way. Plant the seed here and now, while you're able to, while you can, and just water it every single day.
Yeah. Because
now is the perfect time. Because I don't have a whole mortgage yet.
Nah.
I don't have a whole 3 kids to go home, take care of, rush out of work for. I don't. So I don't have those responsibilities that weigh you down and eventually genuinely make life a little harder. So with all the free time I have, I'm going to make it count.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to make it count.
Yes, sir.
And whether the money comes with it or not, I'm going to still be here.
Yeah. Bro,
so you got to get used to it.
That's for sure, bro. We stay working. We stay working jobs. We chase our passions, bro. That's all you have to do.
Listen, I'll be honest. I have a full-time job out of here. Because also, let me get back to this. Along with everything I just said, you have to have a percentage of delusion in making the reality you want possible.
Yep.
But it is also a percentage of realism.
Mm-hmm.
Because people want to go into passion, this and that, and then it gets too deep in their head like, yo, I could low-key quit my job tomorrow.
Right.
Do not do that. Please. Do not do that. You need an income, okay? Until you're making like $100,000 a month, okay?
$100,000 a month?
Okay, and
Wait a minute.
I put that number big up there for a reason. Okay? Because even at that much, you still should have some kind of income coming in.
Wait a minute. $100,000 a month.
Because
whoa.
Because you can't. I've seen so many people fumble everything else because rightfully so, they dove into a passion.
Okay.
But you have to dive into a passion with some sort of plan.
Okay.
At the same time. Because it would make no sense if I quit my job tomorrow, right? Now I don't have an income to pay for the gear, to this.
Or just live.
And then it dwindles the progress of where I need to be, blah, blah, blah. So certain things you have to play out right.
Let me play devil's advocate, though. There are people who walk away from their job and they go all in on their passions.
Yes.
It's not common.
But
they make it work.
Okay. Perfect segue. It goes back to the belief factor. Now, if you genuinely believe you can roll this dice, right? And you can go all the way and you make it.
Yeah.
Success to you, brother.
Yep.
All success to you, brother. And especially if you are young, if you're 18, 19 right now, you have no mortgage, you have no rent, you have no responsibility, you have nothing but fucking time. It goes back to regret.
Yeah.
If there was one, I wish I did this shit at 19, 20.
Bro, one thing I always thought to myself was if I could go back in time to when I was like 18, still living with my mom I would be like, yo, get a damn job. Because I was unemployed at 18, bro. Yeah. Like, because at that point, obviously, like, you're not paying bills.
Yeah, you're not.
So it's like, no one told me to, like, do these things and, like, actually stack bread. Yeah. I had a job as early as 14 delivering newspapers. But, like, I never knew what to do with that money. And, like, by the time I was 18 moving out the house, or 19, I was like, damn, I got to get a job and just, like...
realism hits.
Yeah, bro.
The realism hits, and it will hit hard.
I moved into an apartment with my brother, and I had no job. I made the decision to move in this apartment first with the money I had saved. Yeah. The little bit of money I'd saved. And I was like, yo, I'm going to find a job after I move in there. And that was stressful as shit.
Yeah.
But literally all of that in 2019 to now, that led to this moment.
It led to this.
Me and Eris linking up together like that in that house in Schenectady. Mm-hmm. Like we took it from there, bro.
That was the time. That was, I was right there with y'all. That
you
was
were there the whole damn time. That's when me and you really became friends, was like 2019, bro.
I think so. Yeah.
Because we were like, you know, kind of friends in high school.
Yeah.
Like maybe like classmates. But
by
that time, you were hanging out with us like every damn day at the crib.
I was at your mom's crib. I mean, I was.
You were at my mom's crib,
there.
And then you were at our crib once we moved out of mom's.
Yeah. I was always there.
Dude, you were there.
I mean, because, bro, I've been known this nigga since like 3rd grade, by the way.
No.
Pretty much.
Jeremy and I have known each other since 1st grade.
Correction. Sorry. 1st grade.
First grade.
Yeah.
1st grade, I remember the teacher was telling us, yo, we got this new student moving here.
Yeah.
And I was arguing with another classmate.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, this new student, he's going to be my best friend.
He's going to be
and he's like, I think he's going to be my best friend, actually.
Yeah.
Like, we were just like arguing like who's going to befriend the new guy first.
Right.
Yeah, look where that took us.
And then we waited till we were 24 to do it. So you see how it, you know what I mean? Hey.
I called it though. I just want to say I was right.
You ultimately won. Like in the end, you ultimately won.
I won. I should have put some money down, bro.
But yeah, no, that is a good point. Like there are people who, well, that's the point, right? Like you either have to, how do people say this? You either have to like elevate your sacrifice or reduce your desire.
Elevate your sacrifice.
Does that make sense?
Okay. No, yeah. It took me a second.
It took a second. But like, yeah, like you have to do that. Like you have to see, okay, if your job is something where you wake up in the morning and you have nothing but shame and hate for yourself to even going into that place.
Yeah.
Okay, you should revert back to the drawing board.
Yeah.
You have to do whatever makes sense, the somewhat most accurate thing to do with the circumstances and the environment you are in.
Yes.
Okay? Like you have to put it all together. You know, okay, I make this much a month with this many bills. It'd be really dumb for me to lose my job right now at the current moment.
Yeah.
Right? So you just have to think it out. Like, it's crazy. Like, I have to, like...
There's ways to get it out here, though.
There are.
I'm gonna speak from experience and not even just play devil's advocate. I'm gonna speak from experience.
Yeah.
In 2020,
I
worked at a ravioli factory with my brother.
I remember that.
And it like a couple weeks after COVID lockdowns happened.
Yeah.
One day we were on break throwing a frisbee at work.
Yeah.
Like, yo, and Eris is like, yo, Marcus. He was like, we could walk away from this job right now.
Yeah.
And he's like, yo, there's ways to get it out here. You can DoorDash.
Yeah.
And that was like a light bulb in my brain.
Like, whoa.
And that's exactly what we did, bro. We literally, that day was the last day we worked. The day we had that conversation.
Yeah.
We walked away.
Yeah.
And I started making more money on DoorDash because it was hot during COVID.
Yeah.
I hopped on that wave.
Yeah.
I drove my little Elantra, making like
bills.
$800 a week.
Yeah.
$800 a week.
Yeah.
And that was, so there is ways to get it. That's my point. There is ways. That's just.
And like, but right, and like that's a good point, and it just goes back to circumstance. Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm making $800 a week. Is that enough to pay this bill, and then a little sum after?
But that
right, like,
and that's to kind of add to your point.
Right,
like you were saying, you got to plan it out, and that's kind of what we did. But like, still, we didn't know if it would work. The day we walked away from that job, we were kind of taking a risk. Like, oh, we could end up like in debt or like whatever.
Yeah.
And. But
it
ended up working out, thankfully.
And like at that time, luckily you had your brother.
Yes.
Like so it genuinely helps when you have somebody where you can like, okay, vibe off their mental.
Yeah.
Like actually, nigga, that is a good point. We could walk away. You know what I mean?
And you know, me and Eris are like locked in.
Yeah, so so like, but with other people out there in the world, like they just have to count on their own thinking, and if their own thinking is shot, they will walk in the next day.
Yeah.
Because they have to.
Yeah.
Some people don't have any family else to lean on, or I need to work this job. I need the hours.
Right.
You know what I mean? And like, shout out to y'all, because y'all are like, if you have a job, if you're employed, you're pushing P. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you genuinely are. Like, get your money. What I'm saying is, if you have passions, while the time we are able to, expose ourselves in a light where it could create monetization at some certain point, do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Not that monetization is the focus. It's always passion first.
Yep.
Because you have to realize, without passion, your passion is like the coal engine in the train.
It's the core of what you got.
It's the core of what you got. What other layers you add on top of that, that's up to you.
Yeah.
So, but there has to be a seed. Like, when I ask you why, you better go off on a whole tangent. Mm-hmm. Because if you just give me one word statement, I'm not going to believe in you.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
if you're trying to do something and you're not passionate about it, it's gonna be tough because
it is gonna be tough.
And that also comes from my experience, like you know, especially in the music scene.
Oh yeah,
like there's not a lot of money to be made at a certain level. But I keep doing it because I love it.
You love it.
You know what I mean?
You know what
like,
I'm saying? Like,
I'm in Hilltop.
Yeah.
And I'm in another band called Hallelujah Hat-Trick.
Yep.
Where, you know, we just won an award, actually. I
there you go.
I didn't even tell you about that.
I didn't even know.
They gave us the award for Best Reggae/World Artist.
Wow.
At the Listen Up Awards.
Oh, nice.
And I didn't consider our band to be reggae. But that's not to say I'm not appreciative of it.
No. Award is
it's
an
great.
award.
You know what I mean? To be recognized by the local scene. That's kind of like what it's all about.
Yeah.
That's the passion that goes into your music being reciprocated towards you. You know, you got people dancing and shout out to those guys in Hat-Trick, man. Dylan.
Shout out Hat-Trick, man.
Justin and Johnny. You met Johnny, right?
Johnny, my guy Johnny. Love you, Johnny, bro. Stay safe, bro. I love you, dog.
Yeah, those guys are cool.
Crazy.
But yeah, like that type of thing, like it might seem small, like you know, get like award, big deal, but not to us. That's kind of like that's cool.
Yeah, and I mean, it just goes to show, like, you never know who's listening, you never know who's watching, you never know if you're just one video away from just blowing the fuck up. Yeah, bro. Like, genuinely, like, a lot of people have that fever dream of, I'm gonna blow up, blah, blah, blah. Like, no. That, like, in my head, I have to eliminate overnight success. Yeah. Because technically, we've already been at this shit for 2 years. If I was on that type of mental, I would have given up because I wouldn't have seen results. Right. In terms of, let me rake it in.
You gotta do this shit for a while.
You gotta do this shit. Like, listen, for me, and I've told you guys this before, it doesn't matter if it takes 5-10 years. If it takes 5-10 years, I just want to move correctly in those 5 to 10 years to then get to where I am, so that when I do get to the point where I want to be, it all comes full circle. And ain't nobody could fucking tell me that this was on some fugazi shit, because it wasn't. Yeah, like, we built this shit brick by fucking brick.
And you'll be 10 years into it. You know what I mean? Like, it'll be where it's at in 10 years, and you can look back and say, okay, you know, I have no regrets. I did what I was supposed to do, and we're here for a reason.
And like, okay, forget the fame, forget money, this and that. Like, the way I think of it too is, like, when I'm 67, we have all this footage to go back and look on memories, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Like, holy shit. I was 25 when I had this conversation with my buddy, and I'm 67 years old right now.
Yeah, bro.
You know, I think about it like that, because when you think about it like that, that's a thought that just brings pure joy and happiness to me. Yeah. Forget the money, forget everything else, forget the baddies, the Rari, the Lamborghini. Like, just that thought alone, on, you know, with a sip of coffee on a Tuesday morning when I wake up that old, that's the whole reason.
It's a legacy.
It's a legacy.
You know what
thing.
I mean? And
like
you can share that.
That's a good word, legacy. Like, another point is, like, I had to think about it, like, okay, God forbid, if I died tomorrow, what's left of Jeremy Espinoza? What's left of the people he was around? What's left of this is that? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And, like, a big part with me is, like, with the people I fuck with, like, I'll take a bullet for you, man. Like, I genuinely care. I try my best to show up, this and that. And, like, you know, with other people, that energy wasn't always reciprocated. Yeah. But if you know who the person you are, you're not doing shit for a return. Yes. You're doing it because everybody has a hard life. Everybody has a sob story. Yeah. Who am I to come in and make it even worse? Right. You know, so if you treat everybody with intent and purpose and, you know, respect, like, you have no idea when on the random day that'll revert back to you. Because if you believe in karma, universe, even if you see it through a spiritual perspective, through God or whatever, you know, whatever blessing is undone to you will be undone to the next person.
At the very least,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
at the very least, it's like you give yourself a good send off, and you know within yourself, like, okay, you know, when it's my time to go, like I know that I did the best that I could.
Like, okay, like I do Joe Rogan, for example, right? Joe is a guy who, you know, he did his Fear Factor thing, blah, blah, blah. But he even talked about it. He was like, okay, if the contract is up on Fear Factor and he has nothing else, what now? Right? Like, he did the MMA, UFC, but it was due to all the exposure he did before.
Okay.
That's what I'm trying to say. What you do before that comes up in the future can be very rewarding. Because somebody who's watching outside is like, okay, they go to Troofalay, they're like, oh, I'm loving this.
Oh, yeah.
And if you have ammo, which is what I like to call it, ammo, to load into the clip.
Oh, yeah.
You can always fire.
Yep.
So that's where you need to get to. That's what, like, so with anybody that has a plan of doing anything, just do it.
And just you can treat it. You can treat it like a hobby too.
You can treat it like a hobby.
Like any of your hobbies can be something that could be broadcast. Like, you don't have to be hesitant about it.
No,
you
don't at all.
It's easier for me to say. You know, a lot of things are easier said than done.
Yeah.
But over here, we be doing shit, man, and we try at least. We put our shit out to the world, not knowing how it'll be received, and we just let it rip.
We do it. And like another thing I want to say is, also with any endeavor you do pursue, please treat yourself kindly. Like, there was a time where I was really down kind of mentally because I put a lot of pressure on myself to carry a lot of the weight in terms of like, now I'm putting your guys' success on my shoulders also. You know what I'm saying? But I do it willingly because I know the pedestal we can reach.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Because there'll be times where I can't carry y'all and y'all gotta carry me.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, but as long as we're on the trail together and we cross the finish line, that's all that matters.
I'm gonna hit you with a saying. You know this one. A rising tide raises all ships.
There you go. There you go. Sometimes it just takes one person to come in with a good spirit, a good idea to change your entire life. I am so serious. Like, it is insane the amount of superstars, celebrities that have the cars, that have the riches, that because they just did one bold thing and the universe favored them for it.
Yes.
Like, we genuinely live in a society that favors the bold.
Yeah.
The bolder you are, the more like,
and consistent too.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You got to be consistent. And like, embarrassment. I go to embarrassment a lot because embarrassment is a feeling that is too underexplored.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you have to dive into embarrassment. Some of the people that are rich and famous for literally embarrassing themselves, you can talk all the shit you want, but they're in the hills right now. They're living life.
Oh, yeah.
They got to the point where they wanted to go. But if they were focused on an opinion from somebody else,
right,
you think they'd be where they are?
Nope.
So it really, guys, it just takes a little brain power, right? It takes a little brain power. It takes like a little bit of realism, some delusion in yourself that, okay, I can be something. Okay. I will be somebody.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? You have to have that confidence, that strong belief, because honestly, in the morning when I wake up, that's what gets me going. Like, that's my core. Whatever your core is, whatever is the thing that fuels you, if you're mad at an ex and you want revenge, if you're trying to get your lick back, whatever, use it. Because if it's a fuel that keeps you going, that's the best thing to do, because motivation itself can also be a very fleeting thing.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay? Like, I did it the past 2 weeks. Motivation was not there. Okay. I'll be honest. Like, I was dealing with shit outside of everything, and I'm just like, yeah, I do gotta post today. Like, I do gotta make this edit today. Like this shit is, although you're not getting paid for it, right? First off, don't go into anything you're pursuing if within 5 years you still don't have a salary for yourself. Do you get what I'm saying?
I understand.
Because it's you go 5 to 10 years without making anything. The 11th year, you'll get more money than you've ever imagined. That's how you have to think about it. It's not a test of, oh, I'm going to flex on my friends. I'm going to show my mom. No. It's more of a test of patience and consistency.
Bro, I have a perfect story to go along with what you just said.
Yeah.
There's this actor. He was in Inglourious Bastards. I can't think of his name right now. I feel so bad for not remembering his name. Dude's a great actor.
Yeah.
This dude acted on German TV for like 50 years. And he was not really well known. And he was a great actor, but he was just doing these TV roles. Quentin Tarantino somehow, scoops this dude for this movie. Yeah. And his career blows up. And everybody knows him, and he's well respected.
Exactly.
Bro, 50 years.
Yeah.
50 years.
So
that's like double our lifetime.
Imagine. Okay? But it all ties into what we just said. What was it? It took patience, right? It took him consistency to keep going, showing up to those shows, even though knowing damn well as an actor, he's way better than what he's doing.
Yep.
It took for someone to find him, Tarantino, to bring him, elevate you onto another platform.
Yeah.
And then all it did was now he's just continuing his passion on the level where he wanted to. That's the biggest difference.
And I would imagine that he, now he's thinking to himself like, man, those 50 years where he probably had doubts.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, is this going to work for me? Now he's probably looking on those 50 years with such like gratitude. I would imagine. You know what I mean? I would love to talk to that dude.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Let me look up his damn name first. Jeez, man.
Yeah. For real, dog.
Where's my phone?
But yeah, it all ties in, man. Like,
Christoph. What's this guy's name?
Yeah, it's probably. I think I know who you're talking about too.
I feel like
he has like kind of dark features, low key.
Inglorious
Bastards cast.
Yeah, Bastards. Damn, we need a goddamn.
Yo, I need a Jamie, bro. I'm about to hire a Jamie.
Christoph Waltz.
Okay, that's his name.
Christoph Waltz, man.
Yo, shout out Christoph.
Yeah, that dude was an inspiration to me. Because I'm like, yo, if this dude can do it, like anybody can. You can be at this for 5 decades and not see what you thought you wanted to see, from your craft.
Yeah.
And then it just, turns on its head. So, like, for that reason, I'll never stop making music. I'll never stop wanting to do podcasts with you.
Yeah.
We always get some fun shit popping and good conversation. I'm real glad that, you came over and we were just able to have an episode that was just like real personal, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like
it's a rare thing.
We did it for y'all. Like I know, I mean, to people who are like fans, I guess you can say, of ours, or like people who support us, like, wow, like shout out to y'all, because like as kids we came up from, we didn't have a lot. Like I wasn't exposed to a lot, you know what I'm saying? I never thought I'd have people supporting us doing what we're doing. Like it's kind of been of an emotional ride when I really dive deep into it. I'm like, I cannot believe we have some sort of base of people supporting us and genuinely liking what we're doing. Like, we get a follow, we get a comment, we get a like almost every day now. And it's like, dude, I'm beyond appreciative. Like, even if it seems so small, like we don't even have 1,000 followers, you know what I'm saying? But it's not even about that. It's just like, it could be 12 people that love and support us. I just need you 12. And let's make you 12 into 100. Let's make that 100 into even more. And like, we just grow and grow together,
that's
crazy.
That's all we need, man. It's just the support. And that I'm also very grateful for. It's been crazy doing this shit so far. Especially like recently, like we've gotten a lot of support, made a lot of connections, and we're grateful to everybody that's kind of, shown their support for us. So
man.
Just thank you very much.
Just shout out to y'all, like, from everybody, like Rex at MVB Studios, thank y'all for the time, the elevation from Enroy, Hunley, like Newski, all you guys that we've brought in, and you've allowed us to give us a somewhat of a spotlight. Like, that's amazing. Like, thank you so much. Like, it's crazy. I know it doesn't seem like really big, but like, y'all are awesome. Like, yes. I love y'all. I respect y'all to death, man. I respect anybody who puts aside any outside noise and just gets to what they're trying to get to. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, those people I fucking love, because I know it's there. It's something's there, and you're going all the way. Mm-hmm. And like, those are people you genuinely want to surround yourself by.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Because I always say this. It might be a funny one, but if you're hanging around 7 crackheads, you will become the 8th crackhead.
Yeah.
If you hang around 7 rich individuals, you will become the 8th individual.
Yep.
Right? But it all goes back to the same factors I said. Consistency, patience, connections. You got to know how to maneuver certain things. You got to know when to be like, nah, never mind. You got to know when to say yes.
Yep.
So it's a learning process. Nobody's the guru of anything, because you have to learn and adapt first.
Yep.
Until you are labeled a master profession.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, you have to go through the ranks. You have to go through the embarrassment, like the, oh my God, that video flanked so hard. They're gonna roast me when they're talking in their group chat, blah blah blah, all that dumbass shit. You know what I mean? Like, it's regardless, because they have no physical implication on your life,
bro. We would know a thing or two about this.
Yeah.
Speaking of us, me, you, and Juan starting the podcast together.
Yeah.
Dude, remember that one video we made years ago? That one skit where
oh my God,
Juan is
like yeah. Wow.
Dude, dude, I'm telling you, we've always tried to inspire each other to just, do some fun shit regardless of what anybody said.
And like, this is why, like, y'all are my guys. Like, I couldn't really picture doing it with anybody else, because a lot of people, if I'm gonna be honest, talking in the past, a lot of people I just didn't gel with.
Right.
I was so friends with almost everybody. Yeah. But also, there weren't a lot of people that took the time to know me. Right. And the people that did eventually did some shit in the end that was just like, wow. You know what I'm saying? Like, I told you the one story about the one person.
Oh, yeah.
We're not going to dive into that, but that might be a behind the scenes blooper. But like, those kind of backstabbings happen. And another good point is, on the way, you will outgrow some people. Mm-hmm. And that one is huge.
Yep.
Because it may just be your friend you're outgrowing.
Yep.
And sometimes that comes with some complicated emotions. I don't hang out with the same people I did 5 years ago.
Right.
At all. And sometimes, depending on your environment, you're not supposed to.
Right.
You probably shouldn't.
It happens for a reason. You know what I mean? You can't look back and...
Yeah, not calling them anything, but you go back to bum policy. Okay? So,
oh my God,
the connection is there. But yeah, man, like, who you surround yourself with is huge. Like, I could not be where I am without these guys, and I don't think they could be where they are without me. Like, we just depend on each other with certain things.
Yeah, bro.
But, like, sometimes selfishly, you also have to think, okay, if all else fails and all the people in my circle left, I still have to keep this shit going.
Mm-hmm.
So it's never like, I love depending on the people around me, but I also have, I don't want it to sound selfish, but like, I also have this ego about me that's like, I'm gonna still do what I gotta do, regardless if they come in or out the picture.
You gotta have some.
You gotta have something. Like, you gotta.
The ego exists for a reason, bro.
It's there for a reason. And yeah, man, like, damn, we came a long way. Like,
yes, we did.
For all of y'all that have watched, commented, help, support, this, that. I mean, even to Norb, to Rex, Enroy, Newski, Hunley, Mike, like even some of our supporters. Thank y'all so much. Like, I really don't want this to sound corny, cringy, but like, I love y'all, and like, Troofalay has grown immensely with y'all.
Just wait to see what we got in store for the next year. Stick with us. We promise it'll be a good one.
Hell yeah. And we're gonna wrap it up on that one, guys. That was just a little, kind of Q&A, get more in depth on what even is Troofalay. And hopefully we got down to it and answered that for y'all. But we're gonna end it on here today. I hope y'all like the change of scenery. Put some elbow grease into that. For tonight, thank y'all. Love y'all. Adios. Have a good one.
Deuces.